Hi all, and welcome to day 6 in the kitchen once again. Although many of us, thankfully, have never been truly hungry, we were talking about hungering after God yesterday. Fasting, if you like, I don't count because that's a voluntary act. And so if you've been fasting for days and you say, I've been really hungry, well, you choose to fast and you can choose not to if you want to. So I don't count that. But I suspect that if most of us have never known what real hunger was, that most of us do know what it is to be very thirsty. Perhaps we've been out in the sun too long, we've been on a long trip somewhere and we've not been able to get it. I know that at times I've been at work and I've come home, and on my way home driving or coming by train, I suddenly realised I haven't had anything to drink for about 12 hours. And so you feel a bit thirsty. We kind of know what dehydration is. I'm told you can survive about 3 days. Some people could survive more without water, but it's vital to life, almost as vital as breathing. Water is the next most vital thing. Again, I'm told that people, depending on who they are, whatever, can maybe survive a month up to 2 months without food as long as they get water. But water feeds life, as any gardener will tell you. Jesus met a woman, and we've got it recorded in John chapter 4, who recognised not just her need for water but for spiritual water. Jesus met her at the well and said, hey, give me some water to drink. And she's going, wow, shocked, because he was speaking to her, not just that he was a man and she was a woman, and that was like no. But also she was of different race, a race that weren't, the Jews didn't speak to the Samaritans and vice versa, that it was just not on. But he wanted to talk to her about the spiritual aspects of water. And water, of course, is so vital to life. It's such a part of life. It's intrinsic to everything in life. And although they were talking about this, clearly she understood that he was talking more than about physical water, but spiritual water. She recognised her need of water for spiritual life, her need to be satisfied. And do you know what Jesus satisfies? Coming to Christ settles the questions of life, purpose, of meaning, and allows you to live and to flourish. We come to Christ, that he gives us that water of life that satisfies. Are we thirsty for this life? Are we thirsty for his life in us, which will produce good fruit in our lives and through us? During Lent, I want to encourage you to trust in Jesus. I want us to come to him for solutions to the problems we face. He's promised to give us living water that keeps us alive, keeps us going. More than that, water that helps us to flourish and to grow. And he wants that to happen even in the pandemic. And there may be issues that have come up for you in this pandemic, issues that you're facing. And I want us to come to Christ for his water of life, for his solution, so that we might emerge out of it stronger than ever. Please, sir, the woman said, after we'd been talking about this water that once you drink from, you'd never want water again. Please, sir, she said, give me this water that I'll never be thirsty again, and I won't have to come here to get water. I'm really grateful for water bottles. Having sort of had a bit of experience, but also done a little bit of listening to people who know about their health and everything. When I go to play golf these days, I'm sometimes at 5 hours in the sun. Yeah, it does get sunny sometimes in England, okay? And I've realised that actually I need to have water with me and I need to drink regularly. They say that when you get thirsty, it's come too late, you're dehydrated already. And so what I do is I keep drinking regularly so I don't feel thirsty. So I keep topped up And that is spiritually what Christ wants. Doesn't want us to get dry, doesn't want us to get dehydrated, doesn't want to get empty, but he wants to keep topping us up, keeping filling us so that we're always at that level. In fact, more than that, Bible talks that we will have springs of water, so it'll be sort of gushing out from within. It's water that's bursting out from us. And that's the mark of what Christ wants to do. So are we gushing with water? Are our lives full? Do we have this living water? If not, then we need to be thirsty for Christ. And we need to ask him to come and satiate us. And over these next few weeks, as we're going through these 40 days of change, we'll give you some tools. We'll give you some idea of how to develop this, of how to make sure that you have this living water, of how to develop your hunger for God, of how to grow as a Christian, grow and walk in your faith. God bless you. Have a great day, and I hope you'll catch up with me again tomorrow.